and you are watching Coffee Talk. Drinking Nescafe with carnation coffee creamer. Julie Ann West, my friend from across the lake, or pond, or whatever you want to call it. The ocean. Hello, Uncle Al. I laugh about lots of stuff. Um, Uncle Al hates dead air time. How are you doing, Uncle Al? And again, I'm drinking coffee. Good stuff. This is Nescafe. I'm putting carnation creamer in it. Just the original carnation creamer, not with all the sweeties in it. Nice hot cup of coffee. And this is Coffee Talk. I was talking to my wife, and she said, "Hey, your video doesn't have very many views." I said, "Well, I just released it." "Well, shouldn't it have more views by now?" I said, I released it, and then I sent it to her to look at. And what I'm referring to is my chili review, my MRE chili review. And I was trying to explain to her that videos, they're they can be a lot longer than a short. A short's less than a minute. Shorts can get, in 10 minutes, I can have 400, 500 views of a short. But when it comes to videos, it's a lot slower process. I released a video, I believe, was it yesterday? Yeah, I think I released a video yesterday, which was my pot roast. And in the first day, it had a little over 100 views. And that was in the first 24 hours, you know. And my current video that I just released 15 minutes ago, so far it has 10 views. When I started this live stream, it had 10 views, and I had released it a little while ago. I was trying to explain to her, so give it time. It'll get views. Give it time. Um, 99 degrees is a cool day for you, Uncle Al. We had a little bit of rain today, but it did not rain the way it was supposed to. We did have a little bit of rain. I'm going to wait a little while, let a few more people come in before I start topics. And I'm enjoying my coffee. So I had a case, and I got two cases in, two new cases. And I said, I've been saying I was going to review some U.S. military MRE, so I said, I'm going to start. So I did from case A the first menu, which is chili with beans. And then it's got other sides, like it had some combos, and it had a grape drink. It had coffee, which I drank the coffee. It had cornbread to go with the chili beans. It was very good, moist cornbread. Uh, had crackers, which I can never open crackers that they don't break on me. I mean, people open these crackers and they come out perfect, and I always have them in 3 or 4 pieces. So it came with some chunky peanut butter, and I added to it apple jelly because I love peanut butter and jelly, and it did not come with jelly, so I added a jelly to it. KP Heathen, how are you doing, sir? Another excellent channel coming in. Heathen puts out some real good material. Puts out really, really good material. And guys, I will mention that when I hit my next number, there will be a giveaway. Right now, my main channel, which we're on right now, is I'm sitting at 1,925 subscribers. When I hit the 2,000, there will be a 2,000 subscriber drawing and a giveaway. In order to qualify, you need to leave me a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released. Well, guess what? In the last 2-3 days, I've released 2 videos. I anticipate releasing a few more between now and getting 75 more subscribers. Now, on the other hand, and there's another hand. On the other hand, my backup channel is sitting at 92 subscribers. And I said when my backup channel, my second channel, reaches 100 subscribers, and I'm only 8 away, there would be a drawing and a giveaway when I hit the 100. So I'm a lot closer to that. I could wake up in the morning and be at 100 subscribers. So what I would tell you, and I have not released on my backup channel, it's basically mainly been shorts, and I did some lives when I was using the channel, and I released like maybe 3 new videos. Probably won't release another new video on the backup channel, but you need to look at the last 5, and I think I've released at least 6. You need to look at the last 5 and leave a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5. And when I get to that magic number, 100, I'm going to take that last video that the last one I released, I'm going to write down all the channel names of people who left me comments. And then I'm going to go back 4 videos, and each video I'm going to check off, did you leave a comment? Did you leave a comment? Did you leave a comment? And if you did, your name will be in the hat. And if you win, you'll be getting a nice goodie box from me. Buying Space and Enrique Trevino. Hello, Enrique Trevino. Inappropriate content warning again tonight. Yes, Uncle Al has been cussing on he's been doing some cussing, and I guess they're wanting to get on to me about that. Just joking, Uncle Al. Just joking. He cusses on his own channel. He doesn't cuss on mine. Actually, I dropped an SHIT on my video because I burned myself. That I tell you what, that FRH, those FRHs are lousy, but if they're relatively new and that one's like less than 3 years old, that FRH lit up and it was hot. And that thing, yes, that was putting out fire. And that one got me. So, yep, there was an SHIT. And I apologize. 4 watching and 7 likes. Well, Idaho Garden Girl. Hello, Stephanie. So, it is what it is. I'm drinking coffee. This is Nescafe. This is stick coffee. And I put 2 carnation creamers, the original carnation creamers in it. Slurping nice hot coffee. Buying space is Myra. And CYMRU is Julie Ann West. Enrique is in here. He is, like on my backup channel, he's down for both. His dad's channel name and his UNKL. Both of those, he's got both of those covered for the drawing. So he'll have 2 names in the hat. He's got 2 chances. I keep telling him to send me his mailing address, and he says only if he wins. He doesn't want me to send him anything unless he wins. So, and where do you live, young man? I guess it's planet side. You're not in orbit, are you? You one of those? What would Jeffro Bodine say? An astronut? Are you one of those astronuts? Beverly Hillbillies. Rooted in Essential Oils, another excellent channel, and she was very complimentary to me. About my pot roast. Yeah, I periodically will do. I used to every Sunday would be pot roast day, but I hadn't done any recently. The wife does not like my pot roast. And there's no accounting for taste. It was an excellent pot roast. I also put sausage in it. My wife will criticize her own cooking. You know, she criticizes mine a lot more than hers, but she'll criticize her own cooking. And if it's edible, I eat it. I don't complain. And I was brought up that way. We were upper middle class, I guess you would say, fairly affluent, and I always ate whatever they put in front of me. I didn't complain. If it was edible, I ate it, and my mom was an excellent cook. And I added to it. I added an extra onion. I added a couple of ear corn, so we each had an ear corn. I added the sausage to it. I mean, it was a very nice pot roast. Didn't have any bread. Didn't have any bread. I'm trying to watch for the weight. And that's one of the things about the MRE I just reviewed. It had cornbread, which was very moist. It was very very soft, moist, very tasty cornbread. I would have added some butter to it, but it didn't come with butter, so I didn't want to do that. Um, the cornbread was excellent, and the chili and beans was excellent. They were excellent, nice and hot. Then you had your vegetable crackers. It wasn't saltines; it was vegetable crackers, and of course they break on me. Um, it came with chunky peanut butter. Did not come with jelly, but I added an apple jelly from another, from a side. And I didn't. The only thing I did not chew the gum, and I did not mix up the grape drink beverage, which you'd mix and put 12 ounces of cold water in it, and you'd have like a. Now, if I had have not mixed, if I'd not made the coffee, I would have had the grape drink. But as it was, you know. Hillbilly Josh Loftus. Hello, Hillbilly. Thank you for coming. 8 in the house and 11 likes. Little Lone Prepper. Hello, Barbara. Josh, thank you for coming. Well, I am on summer vacation, and I am going to start putting out some more goodie boxes to folks. I'm going to be changing up what I'm putting in them. I am ordering some stuff. If I do not have your mailing address, please email me. My email address is in the description of all of my videos. I don't put it in my shorts. I don't put it in my live streams. I don't put it in my post. But in all of my videos, I put my email address. Please email me your mailing address. If you'd like to, email me your phone number. I will send you a text. If you'd like to talk, we'll talk. If you'd like to text, we'll text. And Josh has received at least one of my boxes in the past. Little Lone Prepper has. Uncle Al, we've exchanged several times. Now, I will say this. I have not sent Rooted in Essential Oils anything, but I will probably do so if the young lady emails me her mailing address. And if you'd like to text, I would be happy to, text with you, or we can talk sometimes. And I'll send you you send me yours, and I'll send you my phone number. I don't expect anybody to send me anything. Rachel, hello. Mom of 4 boys. And we are getting to the time where we can get into the topic. Well, actually, we have multiple topics this evening. Now, I will say this to begin with. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm old school. My parents, I come from a mixed marriage. My mother was a Catholic and my father was Southern Baptist. So that was a mixed marriage. From what I understand, my father's family back in Georgia, because I'm in Texas, my mother's family's in Texas, did not accept my mother until after my birth. My parents were married for 21 years. They were together for 23 years. I'm an only child, and I'm their only child. I'm the only child. Both of them, may they rest in peace. 63 years old. So I'm old school, and I was brought up, I went to a parochial school, Catholic school. Some of the nuns that taught my mother taught me. So my beliefs are old school. I'm what you call a boomer. I was born in 1962. I was a baby boomer. And my upbringing, I was brought up to respect everybody, respect my elders, to treat people the way I want to be treated. I grew up with Hispanics. My wife's Hispanic. Both of my wives were or are, my ex-wife and my current wife that I've been married to forever, both Hispanic. I've got a daughter with each, and they're both, I guess, what you'd call half and half, and don't have any sons. My father's dearest friend was a black man by the name of William Allen. My father's name was W.C. or William Lynn, and I truly believe that man was my uncle. and I cried when he died. So there's not any. So when I make comments about, things that are considered political, or I make comments about, you know certain things, I'm not coming from a prejudice standpoint. I'm coming it from a standpoint of law and order. I'm coming from a standpoint of right and wrong. I'm coming from a scriptural perspective. So I wanted to say that. So I want to get in. I'm going to start raising a little bit of hell. Can you trust the news media? Can you trust them? Personally, I feel like they've all got an agenda. Whether you're in the middle, whether you're on the right, whether you're on the left, depending on who you're dealing with, they've all got a perspective. They've all got a bias or a general, So can you trust what they're going to say is completely, legit? You have to question everything. That's the first thing I would say. That's the first thing I would say. And Uncle Al's a big no. Yeah, I hear you. Uncle Al. Mainstream media has sold out to the highest bidder or foreign idealism. Well, for one thing, they do ads so they make money. They have advertisers. Their advertisers have certain bents, and you better toe that line. So if you go onto a channel like CNN, back in the day, CNN, the cable news network, Turner Broadcasting, was very middle of the road. It was in Atlanta. It was the first big cable news. You had the expansion of cable. You had the internet come out in 1995. Ted Turner, and it was very down the middle. And I used to watch. That was my channel. And you'd have conservatives, and you'd have those who were more liberal, and they'd go at it, and it was like pretty much from the left and from the right, and you get both perspectives on the same channel. Take care, Josh. Thank you. God bless you. Be safe, son. So nowadays, you get a lot of foreign influence. They're investing. The United States, this is the greatest country in the world. People are investing. Countries are investing. And high-tech companies, the CCP, or what you call the Red Chinese, they're investing. Other propaganda sources. And they're pushing their talking points. Everybody's got talking points. You have them put out talking points and they send them out. Everybody gets these talking points. Something happens, they start using the same words. You look at this channel, you look at this podcast, they're all using the same talking points. It's the propaganda that they put out for the day. A lot of false narratives about the protest. Are they mostly peaceful? They keep saying they're mostly peaceful. Well, there are a lot of peaceful people there, but there are a lot of people there raising hell. They're there looking for conflict. They're actively confronting law enforcement. They're actively confronting ICE. They are doing damage. They are spray painting. They are throwing Molotov cocktails. They're breaking up concrete, and they're throwing concrete. They're throwing rocks. There are people getting hurt on both sides. They're using pepper spray or bear spray. They are firing professional quality firecrackers or fireworks that could theoretically do some damage. And yes, you have to use discernment. YouTube and other platforms are sending a lot of propaganda and false narratives. AI influencers. A lot of stuff is AI these days. AI. paid or sponsored influencers. You have people, flashbangs, yes. You have people that are collaborating. They're collaborators, like people who sold out to the Nazis during World War II. You know, a lot of teachers from K to 12, college professors. There's some of them that are, involved in this mess, and some of them are getting arrested. They're stepping over the line for attacking or preventing federal authorities from doing their jobs. You know, uh, largely happening in what they consider themselves big blue sanctuary cities. Like, we're going to protect all those illegals that come in. I'm drinking Nescafe, still got a little bit in it. A couple more sips. Drinking Nescafe coffee with carnation creamer, liquid creamers, the little creamers, the originals. So, you know, there's no way we will ever deport all the people who have come in. But I truly believe that a certain number of them are criminals. Venezuela, Colombia, certain places, they released people from prisons with the understanding that they come here and they're coming here and they're committing crimes. There are a lot of gang members who are coming here. They're committing crimes. They're taking over parts of blue cities, neighborhoods, buildings. They're bringing their crime with them. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing sex slaves, or they're making people do sexual acts to pay for coming over here. They're basically they're doing all sorts of crime, and it's not that many of them, but when you're talking 20 million people, hundreds of thousands, okay, hundreds of thousands. Somebody, I was hearing somebody saying like 10%, probably, committing crimes, maybe 10%. The majority of them are military age males. There are a lot of kids, and there are a lot of kids disappearing. And there are a lot of women, being sexualized and such. A lot of bad stuff happening. A lot of bad stuff. And hello, Mike. Mike Crusher Reviews. Thanks for coming in. Well, Uncle Al, did you scare everybody off? I look up and all of a sudden I'm seeing 3 in the house. What's going on? I don't think anybody wants to hear what I'm saying. And I am trying to keep it as friendly and neutral as I can. I'm not using the language to a certain extent that I was given in my script for this evening, because I am using notes that was provided by Uncle Al. He helps me out. So just started watching your review. That thing was giving you the fit. Oh yes, the FRH. I know you boil, and I usually boil Mike, but it was a newer, it was still hadn't reached its inspection date. So I said, oh, let's just go ahead and use the FRH and see how it works. Well, that sucker worked. That one worked, and yes, it did give me fits. So when I do menu 2, and I'll do menu 2 probably in a few days or a week. When I do menu 2, I'll be ready for that for the next FRH. I won't. I'll just go directly to the gloves, and I'll have it all prepped up, and hopefully it won't be as embarrassing. That was like a bloopers reel. Yeah, and a lot of people are scared of the truth. That is true. They don't want the truth. 11 likes, 3 in the house. Scared some folks off. So let me go ahead and get through this so I'm not wasting it, Uncle Al. Not the false narrative of students being arrested, but drug dealers, addicts, sex offenders. See Austin, Texas. Innocent bystander is gunned down by mostly peaceful protesters in Salt Lake City. This happened over the weekend in Salt Lake City. There was a death, a shooting at the protest. The mainstream press is making the protesters as heroes. A lot of news sources are repeating the same false narrative that the innocent bystander had a weapon, which is a lie. They reported a knife, a baseball bat, shotgun, or assault weapon. The innocent bystander had a large coffee from Starbucks. May that poor man rest in peace. Do not follow the herd when listening to the news. Compare news narratives between CNN, Fox, MSNBC, CBS. You know, the thing to remember is you've got middle of the road, you've got conservative, you've got liberal. There's a lot more liberal than there are middle of the road or conservative. Fox is fairly to the right. CNN, MSNBC, they're way to the left. And there are some that are considered sort of middle of the road. Bill O'Reilly, who's independent, he used to work for Fox. He considers himself an independent. He's fairly middle of the road. He'll tell you the way. He'll step on toes on the right and he'll step on toes on the left. He pretty much tells the way it is. I get a lot of my stuff from him. Do not follow the herd when listening to the news. So here's another one. Escaping from a mostly peaceful protest. Well, if a protest were to break out here, and there weren't any protests here in Victoria, Texas, we're a fairly conservative, what you call a little red city. They're not going to do that here. If I'm someplace and a protest breaks out, I'm getting the hell out of there. I don't care who's protesting. I don't care if it's a bunch of conservatives protesting or a bunch of left wings. I don't care who it is. I'm getting out of there. So, what 6 items do you have in your pockets? Part 1, you're escaping from a mostly peaceful protest. A real ID. That would be my driver's license. Uncle Al says a passport, which has a picture. That'd be a second form of identification. A lot of people, my daughter has got to get her carry permit renewed. And that's a picture ID put out by the state. She's got to do it by her birthday, which is on the 26th of this month. She's got to apply, get it replaced. Told her I'd pay for it. It's like $60. A snack. Most vendors will be on fire, looted, or shut down. Yeah, they'll be shutting down. A cutting tool that is not a weapon. Number 1 rule, never take a large fixed blade or folding knife to a riot unless you want to serve time for 8 to 5 years in state. Bic lighter. A Bic lighter with electrical tape or duct tape or wrapped around it. Paracord. Cordage has many functions. Signal mirror for signaling. Uncle Al said no Morse code, and I don't expect people to learn Morse code. I mean, that would take you some time, and I don't think it'd be, and there aren't going to be that many people who are going to know Morse code anyway, so you'll be out there doing Morse code, and nobody knows what the hell you're doing. Whistles are useless in an urban setting during a riot. So the second part of escaping from a mostly peaceful protest, quotation marks, your get home bag or escape bag. Uncle Al says a gas mask, a non descriptive day pack, 2 liters of water, baby shampoo and a towel with washcloth to remove smoke, pepper spray and CS gas, running shoes and socks with a change of clothes, a wad of cash. Don't let anybody know you're carrying a wad of cash. A laptop pouch with ballistic plate to stop bullets and shield against knife attacks. Those are the notes from Uncle Al. SD Mountain Man, thank you, Scott. I appreciate the comment. I've been watching some of your stuff lately, Scott. You put out some real good stuff. I am trying to identify those of you who come in here, and then I'm trying to give back. Some of the people who come in are not creators, so it's hard for me to give back other than I can shout them out. And I have been sending goodie boxes to people. There are a few new people coming in. I keep asking Enrique Trevino, send me your mailing address, email me your mailing address, and I will send you something. And he says only if he wins. So he's got two channels that he uses. He uses one that's Dad's, and he's got a second one which is UnKL, and he qualifies on my backup channel for when I do my giveaway. I'm at 92 subscribers on that channel, my backup channel, my second channel. When I hit 100, I'm going to do a 100 subscriber giveaway, and he will qualify in both of those. He'll qualify twice for the drawing, and that should come very soon, probably sometimes this week or the latter part of this week. If you want to qualify for my giveaway, you need to leave me a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released. Videos, not shorts, not posts, not live streams, but videos. And I think I've only released like 6 videos on my backup channel total. So there's that one. And then on my main channel, when I hit 2,000, and I'm at 1925, so it'll be a while before I hit 2,000. But then on my main channel, I am releasing a few videos. I'm still releasing shorts. I've still released a few shorts on my backup channel. But my main channel, I've released a couple of videos in the last few days. I did my pot roast video, which is sitting, I don't know. It had like 100 views the first day, first 24 hours, and it's got a little bit more than that right now. And then I just released, about an hour or so ago, I released my MRE Menu 1 chili with beans review. And I apologize, that's like 16, 17 minutes. But I mean, I edited out a bunch of stuff, and I edited that. So it's hard to do a review, and Mike understands that. It's hard to do a review in less than, that length of time when you're covering what you're doing. So if you want to be in that one, those are 2 videos that you probably need to leave a like and a supportive comment on. Uncle Al, I got a big glut of that ammunition. I gave my daughter several boxes of 9mm ball ammunition to target practice with for her and her husband. She said she got him a Glock 19X, which is a 9mm pistol, and they're going to go this week, I think, to Corpus, and or they're going to Houston, and then they're going to Houston for his birthday, and then about a week later they're going to go to Corpus for her birthday. And I told her to, do some target practicing. So I gave her several boxes of 9mm ball, and stuff that I bought when I paid probably $6 for it. Hello, Yoda's Blessed Life. 12 likes. How's it going, Dave? I watched that video, Dave, that you did in that store. It wasn't that long. I think it was like about 6 minutes. Hit the timestamp. Very good video. If you're not, and everybody here right now, I'm pretty sure knows Dave, Yoda's Blessed Life. Six watching, 12 likes. I'm showing 7, but if you say 6, okay, 6. Yeah, dodging storms. We should be getting some more rain. I'm gonna have to mow the yard. I'll have to do the yard work. And week 3 of my vacation. Monday of week 3 of my vacation. I got another 6+ weeks of vacation time. My wife yelled in, "What are we having for supper?" I had bought stuff. I went to Aldi today. I need to do the short, make a short out of it. I went to Aldi and I bought, I bought some salmon. So I got some salmon. Thought I'd bake a couple of pieces of salmon. Have a baked potato we can split from yesterday. Just need to heat it up, put some butter and some cheese in it. Probably make a mixed vegetable. Yeah, I know you got a lot to mow too. You got a lot to mow too. I've been back watching Scott's videos. He does a lot of fired ups. He enjoys his fired ups and his cast iron, and he does an excellent job with both. Um, Heard from Plano Chuck. Um, haven't heard anything recently from Sean Shovelhead 8. He's got an excellent channel. He does the fired ups and he does the cast irons. He does the cast iron cooking challenge. He also does a lot of he's as bad as my wife. He's constantly going out buying used stuff. He goes to yard sales and garage sales and estate sales, and he's constantly buying stuff and gets good stuff, but I mean, just too much crap. Same thing with my missus, too much crap. I had to call Amazon. Like I got my 2 cases in Saturday, and I got our curtains in. Ordered some curtains. Got our curtains in. It was a different order. Had a $120 order. Different stuff that my daughter had ordered. Got that in, and then my wife had asked me to order some more of the shower magnets, little shower magnets. I ordered a pack of 16 shower magnets, an additional one. That didn't come in. And then I got notification that it had come in Saturday. No, it didn't. That was something that got misdelivered. I'm sure somebody else got it, and I may get it. I may get it, but I didn't. So I called up today, and because I was checking, I said, "Did we get that in?" No, didn't see that. Well, I guess we didn't get that in. So then I checked the order. It says, "Well, it come in Saturday." I said, "No, it didn't come in Saturday." So I'm sure it's probably the postal service, because small stuff pretty much gets delivered off hours by the U.S. Post Office. They do a lot of after hours delivery, and our delivery person isn't worth a poop. Just sad. And I've had to go over there complaining. I'll have to go over there complaining again. I keep getting other people's mail. I'm sure, and a lot of times people get your mail and they just throw it away. Once in a while, somebody's kind enough to give it to you or to bring it over to you, but most people just chunk it. And I'm sure somebody else got those and just kept them. Well, and then the other thing, Scott, people get notifications that I'm like a subversive. That, do you really want to go into this man's content? They get, they get warnings, content warnings on me. I'm a dangerous man, and I'm laughing as they say that. But YouTube does not like my content. They feel like, I'm expressing things that aren't true, or that I'm very questionable. So you know how that is, or you should know how that is. 7 in the house, 12 likes. Yeah, I had somebody send me a screenshot of their screen that they had taken showing, like they questioned whether you wanted to come in or not, and then you had to hit this button if you wanted to come in, and delayed, somebody wanting to come on. Yeah, I've done the same thing, but here lately, to prove my point, I have been taking it over to the post office and complaining, and not happy. Definitely not happy. So I'm on a quest. I'm on a quest. Or the original quest was, during the month that I was going to let my main channel rest, I wanted to get from 61 to 100 subscribers. I didn't make it. So at the end of May, when I got out and I went back to my main channel, I had picked up, I think I was around 80. And I was still 20 short. So in that intervening 16 days, because we're on the 16th, I think, I'm at 92 now. So I'm gaining almost a sub a day on the backup channel. So sometimes in the next week, probably, I expect to hit 100. And that'll trigger a subscriber giveaway, a drawing, everything. And then I can make fun of somebody. Because when I do the video of what I'm going to send them, I always, put their picture on there, and I do that several times, and I say little comical things, and like, So, somebody will be winning that. And then, like I said, when you get to the 2,000, there'll be a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I got 75 to go on that one, and that will probably be, it might be the end of the summer. I don't know. Eight in the house, 13 likes, I think, around 13 likes. They're shaking up U.S. Post Office here, paying in, yeah, it would go to Sioux Falls, but now July, I'll go to Omaha, hours away to sort and come back. Yeah, yeah. Um, the Postal Service isn't what it used to be. It isn't what it used to be. Um, used to be you had to be a little bit brighter to be work for the U.S. Post Office. It's like the government, you know. Nowadays, these people can't. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. They're I guess they're hard up and they're hiring people that they probably shouldn't hire. So I finished the coffee. I could say, "Wah! I'm out of the coffee." So there will be another. Um, I'll probably release a couple of shorts this evening. I'm not. Once in a while, I get the gumption. I'll release 3 or 4 shorts in a day. I got a bunch of stuff I can put together for shorts. I just haven't done it. I went and I did some stuff on eggs over at Audi. I did some stuff on eggs at Walmart. I did a haul. It's a haul from Audi today. I could put that together for some shorts. I got some other stuff I could put together for some shorts. I just haven't done it. And I'm sleeping a lot. I'm taking more medication now. My health. When I went and had my wellness checkup last week, the doctor tripled my blood sugar medication. You are diabetic. And doubled my cholesterol medication and increased my blood pressure medication and put me on an additional blood pressure medication. So I'm tired a lot. That's its side effects. And they put my wife on blood pressure medication. 1 pill. And she says I'm the reason she has blood pressure. Well, she's probably the reason I have blood pressure. And I've had blood pressure since 50. So I've been taking pretty much the same medication at pretty much the same dosage for the last more than 10 years. And she just started. She's 54 and I'm 63. Democrats dumped a lot of immigrants in the post office. Yeah. Your wife is a trainer. Yes, I know, cut back on sugar. I am. I'm not eating any donuts. I bought my wife some donuts, but I haven't eaten. I'm not eating them. I did eat a slice of Father's Day cake. That'll be another one that I'll put up. I'll make a short out of it. I'll show the Father's Day cake before we cut it. And a slice of cake. And, you know, I mean, I don't have an epic sweet tooth. I don't. Yes. Well, with 4 boys and one of them being a challenge, I can understand you getting blood pressure. The other thing I will tell you is that kid that's giving you all those headaches, I would beat the shit out of him on a regular basis until he learns that there's a God and you represent him. I would I would I would teach that kid fear. And I'm not a big advocate for beating kids, but if they're a pain in the butt, have at it. Blueberry pie is just fine. Well, I can imagine if you're a good cook and you make good pastries. My mother, oh God Almighty, that woman, and and blood sugar doesn't run in my mother's family. They have blood pressure issues. Blood pressure. It's in my father's family apparently, the blood sugar. I wasn't aware of that, but apparently that's where the blood sugar issue comes in from my father's family. Cherries health benefits. I've heard about that. I've heard about that. Yep, I can imagine. I can imagine. So I made my wife a real nice 4 egg taco for breakfast. I put cheese and sausage in it on a low carb tortilla. I had my MRE, which, and yes, it had peanut butter and jelly, and I did have a little bit of jelly with it. But I did not drink the grape juice drink, which would have been 90 calories of sugar, so I didn't do that. And I used artificial sweetener with the coffee, so I was a good boy there. Um, Uncle Al's cooking. I understand. Ice cream. Yeah, I haven't had any. I'm laying off the ice cream. I did buy my wife some ice cream bars. They're in the freezer, and I'm not touching them. Oh dear God. God bless you. Well, it looks like you'll be a grandparent in less than a year, Mom. Oh, she doesn't speak to you. I'd straighten that crap out. The daughter who's here lives about 4 or 5 miles from me. Um, Her husband calls me Sir, Mr. Lennon, Sir. Oh shit. Excuse my language. So she's into piercings and tattoos. Oh God, I guess what you call an emo. Tarot cards. Oh, she's into that crap, that Satanism crap. God bless you. I think I'd have to perform an intervention. Have to perform an intervention. Yeah. I hear you. God bless us, everyone. So I did, yes. Give that acronym again, Uncle Al. ED, EET. No education, no uh, earnings, or no ambition. I'm not good with some of those acronyms, Uncle Al. I still don't remember what that one meant. I'd have to look it up again. God bless you. So I did a notice and I did a short about doing a live stream today, and the short had about 250 views. And I put live 7 p.m. And then I did the post, and I posted some food. Like I posted a picture of lunch, which was pizza. Posted a picture of a taco, which would have been breakfast. No education, employment, or training. Okay, thank you, Uncle Al. No education, employment, or training. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. So anyway, I will probably do a live stream tomorrow. I probably won't do on Wednesday because Wednesday's church night. So I probably won't do on Wednesday. But I'll probably do one tomorrow. And we'll have a good topic, I'm sure. Everybody, please remember when you get up in the morning, thank God for the day. If you take medication, drink your coffee and take your medication. Get right. Say the Lord's Prayer. Keep track of what you need to do. And have goals. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Lead by example. And everybody, please remember the Scout motto is be prepared. And have a blessed day. And we'll hopefully see you tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Thank you. This was a good one. I enjoyed it. Thank you for being here.